Welcome everybody back to another exciting episode of Acadia on Air. We're gonna have a great episode for you today. We got. I'm just too excited to go into it. Hi.
Hey.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm not thinking ahead.
My name is Michael, the owner of Avis Plumbing, and let's just get into it, man. Because I just the nerves are kicking in and the excitement.
So let me explain. I gotta explain, Mike.
Yeah.
The idea is this: we always have a pre-talk with everybody who's here. Clearly, we meet each other, we talk a little bit with each other, and what happens usually, the best questions, the best situations, the best things you hear before the episode starts.
Yep.
Today's one of those situations.
Yep.
So we started talking about you and your relationship to Dennis, and you just blowed my mind really with a story. I think before we even go into what is that you do with Avis Plumbing and about your company, let's talk about it a little bit. So you are partner with Dennis.
Dennis and Paul.
For the past how many years?
This will be 5 years now.
5 years. So tell me a little bit, how did you guys meet? That's crazy when I heard that.
So we met through, I guess you want to call them mutual friends, old business partner. When we got into business, we obviously had to do partners agreements and all that. And Dennis and I noticed that we had the same last names.
Okay.
We knew that we were both Portuguese. I'm half Portuguese and half Italian. But we just made fun of it. Like, imagine if we were cousins, haha. And that's how it ended. And then we would always joke about it. And then a year later, we're like, okay, let's just put this to rest. Like, you're with your family. It was Easter. I'm with mine. Let's figure this out now. Sure enough, his aunt was like, is his mom named Maria? Yeah. Did they live on Brock? Yep. Is my grandfather named Antonio? Yep. We went to their weddings, and we're cousins.
Oh my God. Now, I started talking to you about the fact that cannot be a coincidence. Coincidences like that just not happening.
I agree.
Where you meet a partner and their family. What do you think this whole thing is about?
To be honest, not to get so,
philosophical.
Yes, that's a great word for it.
Why not? That's.
I lost my dad before I got into business with them. Dennis lost his, I think, a few years before mine. That our fathers were looking out for both of us, and wanted us together. Because together, I guess they both felt that we can accomplish anything. Mind you, Dennis, and he's doing well for himself, and I think I'm doing well for myself. But to have the same mindset and the same type of people in your life that want you to grow, expand, be successful, I think that's why they put us together.
I want to ask, so once you found out that because working with family has this level of trust, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm sure you guys trusted each other before, but does it gain this extra kind of blood family?
Can we cut it for a sec?
Yeah, it is flickering, yeah.
This it doesn't look good on the screen, and it's just flickering. It's just taken away from the conversation. Let me turn it off.
You want to just shut her up?
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Sure, and you okay?
I'm perfect.
You like being here, eh?
I do.
Are you busy tomorrow?
Sorry?
You busy tomorrow?
No, tomorrow. You have any? Okay. Let's talk about
Good.
Let's try it one more time. I hope it can work right. Sorry about that.
No,
Go
it's
back.
okay. No, it's okay.
It was so intense, and I'm saying that. I'm like, no, not.
I noticed it the first time, and I'm like, I hope this is just fun time. But yeah. That's
Anyway,
okay.
so going back, working with family.
So working with family. I think Dennis and I are definitely attached to the hip. In the beginning, not so much when we became partners. Obviously, everything being new. And our relationship grew up until that point. And I would say from that point on, it's just, we're attached to the hip.
But can you say when you find out that your partner
Yeah.
is a family member, is your family, is your blood?
Yeah.
Which is, again, crazy.
Yeah.
I would believe that it makes your life kind of easier because now you can trust someone that would be there for you regardless because it's family.
Yeah, of course. And I know
same the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely. And I listen, you obviously hear stories, family burning each other. Or...
No, I think the opposite. What I'm saying here is the opposite.
No, I know you're saying the opposite, 100%. I agree with you. I guess you always sometimes hear things, family getting involved and it not going well or screwing one another.
That happens, unfortunately, yeah.
I've never felt that way. I trust Dennis. There's some safety, like a feeling of being safe, shit, I should have put it on vibrate. Because that just killed the moment again.
I don't know what's going on.
All right, everyone's getting, that's my fault. There's just that level of feeling safe. He has my back, I have his back. No matter what, I can talk to him about anything. And that's where our relationship stands, and we just want each other to do well in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because it reminds me of my brother, he's a mechanical consultant.
Okay.
And we work together. And when every job goes to him, I just know that I can be in peace with myself. I know that everything is going to be done. I know that there will be no problem. And if problems are there, there will be a layer of I'm taking responsibility. And I know that I can go sleep at night knowing that the job was done 100% right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I mean, things always come up, obviously we can talk about that. But, having someone that you can trust and rely on, regardless if it's family or not, it's very important.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. But I can only speak for myself. I try to make the best of that situation. If I make a mistake, I'll fix it. I won't leave you dry.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe it's pride. Maybe it's I have a heart.
No, it's just a matter of heart, I think. It's just a matter of, caring about what you're doing. Clearly, I can see in your eyes that you're proud at what you do.
Yeah.
And you're running a very good, successful, and pretty much good mutual business. So it's just amazing. That's great. So let's talk a little bit about Avis Plumbing. Because this is something I wanted to get out there, out of the way.
Wait, quick question. Are you guys sure that Laura is not related to you guys?
We just...
she actually just called me on the way here.
And by the way, but I guess the last name is half Portuguese. That's the Portuguese side, not the Italian. Italian is your mother, I'm assuming.
No, my Italian. So my last name is Iori, which is Italian.
Okay. So from your mother's side, that's where you're cousins.
Yes. So my mom's last name, or my second last name, is Leonardo.
Because Lori is Costa, but she's Italian Costa.
She's Italian Costa.
So
no.
Dennis is Portuguese.
Dennis is Portuguese.
You're half Italian, half Portuguese, and Laura is Italian.
Yes.
Unless somebody there was adopted and
or some.
But this is so crazy.
I know, it's so crazy, yeah.
So again, I met Laura through social media, I don't know, a year and a half ago, maybe 2.
You were like, let's try, because maybe another family member.
No, we just kind of hit it off. She referred me.
Yeah.
I did some work for her, vice versa. And then when Dennis was selling his house, I'm like, hey, Dennis, listen.
Oh, so she was talking about you when she was saying through friends.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Now everything works together. It's
Yeah.
like one big puzzle.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, Dennis, Laura is a real estate agent. I think you would be really pleased with her personality and who she is. I think you should give it a try.
Awesome.
And then
Awesome.
now it's just like they talk all the time. She hangs out with us as a group.
Yeah,
So it's
she
really
was
nice.
here last week.
Yeah, she told me about it.
Crazy.
So, but no relation, no family. Just
It's just
Now
funny.
that we
like-
cleared that as
clear
well.
that. Yes.
So let's talk about Avis
Yep.
Plumbing. Let's talk about you.
Yeah.
How did you start the company? What the company is doing? What is the scope of your work? What kind of client you have?
Okay. I get again. So before Avis, I was doing subdivision homes
Okay.
for about eight years. That's what I did. Before that, did service for a non-union company. But I guess throughout the journey, I was like, especially when I was doing subdivision, I was like, hey, I got to do something more. Like I wanted something more because this is all repetitive, right? I love the company. Was a fantastic company. Loved them. They gave me a chance when no one else did. But I just, after a while, I wanted something more. And then eventually I connected with Dennis and Paul, and then hit it off from there. From there, what I do, what don't I do?
Is it mostly private homes or?
You know what? We do some work for GFL, MTO. Those, I would say, those are like my service contracts. I do a lot of private jobs, like custom houses. I do a lot of work for contractors, renos. And people see us also on social media, and they reach out.
Yeah.
And that's just referrals. That's how my business is, right?
Yeah, after a certain point, I think basically everybody in trades, once a certain amount of time passes, it's primarily referrals. Like becomes at that point.
Yeah, or again, you guys were there for the social networking event.
Yeah.
By the way, we loved it. I really appreciate it.
No problem. There's going to be one
Coming up
soon.
Oh,
Not
wow.
soon, but in the summer.
I was telling Dennis and I was telling everybody who was there and was here, this is actually the first time where I opened myself for something like that. Usually I'm too busy, I have no time for that. I'm not going to worry about all those social events. And I don't know why, after meeting Dennis, I said, you know what, let's give it a try. He looks like a cool dude, and let's give it a try.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing.
Yeah. It's
You guys did an amazing job. So.
yeah, it was a lot of work, and the girls, especially the girls in the back end, did a fantastic job. Just with the whole organization and
What takes to create that kind of event, by the way?
well, first you got to find you got to pick a date, you got to pick a venue. With that one in particular, they just needed to know how many people, what we wanted to eat. And
By the way, the food was very good.
yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
I've heard really good things about it. I've been there before many years ago.
And it looked good on my shirt.
Oh, did it?
Because somebody spilled it on me. The
Oh.
roast beef. God,
Somebody?
luckily I wore everything black.
Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky there. Because that was a very saucy roast beef. If I don't remember correctly. Yeah, no. So that's what it takes for that to occur. And then it's just like, okay, it's okay.
Go ahead.
So all the people were like all the trades that you guys worked with before or met before and like stuff like that, basically?
I'll be honest with you. I would say at least more than half we've never even met.
Wow. So was it like through somebody? Like
Yeah, it was
connection, or-
either through like for instance, Antonio from Aquastop.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Love him to death.
Yeah.
Another genuine soul, wants you to be successful. He's the type of guy, if he likes you, he'll refer you, and he calls me all the time now for plumbing.
Yeah.
And if I need anything, I call him,
Yeah, of course.
no matter what. Again, I didn't meet Antonio. It was all through social media. We met obviously last year, but a lot of people that came were through social media, and
Yep.
we've never met before.
Wow,
We've
that's
never
cool.
met anybody there, so
It was all like we have each other, like we're following each other and so forth, but I never.
Isn't it such a strange thing when you see somebody on your phone, like, or whatever, on the, you see them on video,
Right.
so it feels like you know them,
Yeah,
but you never met.
yeah,
It's this it's such a strange thing. Like, it's a very modern kind of situation.
yeah, yeah, and then it's just how you feel.
Yeah.
I mean, like I can speak for myself, and I know Dennis the same way. How you see us on social media is who we are.
yeah.
You know, and if you get that, and if you feel that energy, those vibes, you're gonna be attracted to that.
100%.
You know, you're gonna want to be a part of it, no matter what.
But also, you know what I found? Not only that, I agree with that 100%, but also if you're attracted to the same vibes as Dennis, as Antonio, and everybody else, what I found, again, as a builder, because we do design build, I never thought about it this way, but when you have one family, one kind of community that you work with,
Yep.
and everybody's doing the job, what happens is you care about Dennis's work, Dennis cares about your work, and you are friends with drywallers, you're friends with framers. Eventually, if we hire this friendship to work with us, we just gain because you will prepare your work to make sure that it's easier for your friend that is coming after.
Of course,
And you care.
of course.
Because I find that every time when we build a house, right? Blocking is missing, this is missing, that is missing. The difference between having a community that knows each other and just contractors that bid for the job or that do not know each other is, yeah, no problem. Let me just do this block and move ahead. Or, well, listen, I'm too busy. I'm going to come in 2 weeks. And all of a sudden you got to find somebody else to do it. You pay more money. You waste more time.
Yep.
And yeah, I just feel that it's amazing. So working together, you get a better product. You get a faster product as well. And I think it's a win-win overall.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree 100%. I think that's another problem in our industry is that nobody cares. And like I said to you before, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but I do care about my work and I do care about other people's work.
Mm-hmm.
It all changes if you don't care about my work and you just
course.
decide
Yeah,
to
yeah.
damage my work, then I'm becoming
Of
I'm not a
course.
nice guy.
It's like how many times you would need to come in, for example, do plumbing. You see by the drawing something is done, and all of a sudden the electrician pushed their wires, or all of a sudden you see a vacuum in the middle. I had all those situations on site, right? And if you have somebody who cares about your work, they will. The thing is, they will not even need me as a GC. They will just call you and tell you, well, listen, you're doing bathroom here. If I do this, this, and that, will it work for you? Yes, yes, no, no.
Yeah.
You know, people just care.
Yeah, 100%. And then listen, like we all know that changes happen on the fly when you're building a home or renovating. You know, and you know, I have a few contractors that I work with that, hey, Michael, I need something moved. I know the job is done. I need it moved. A foot over, 3 feet over, whatever it is. You know what? No problem. We'll move it, but don't worry about it. We'll move it. We'll take care of that. You know what I mean? Like we won't charge you for that because you want to work for those people because they care for you.
Yeah.
You know, when you send an like they're asking you, "Where's my invoice?" Like they you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
like
You have those guys that you got to run after. You're thinking, don't you want your money? Like, what's
yeah,
going on?
like I'll finish the job, and I'm not going to say a few names just yet, but it's just like, you know, I'm driving home and he's right texting me, "Okay, send me the invoice so I can pay it." These are the clients you want.
Yeah.
But it's
GCs that you want, because those are the people that you're going to bend backwards for a little bit.
But you know what? As a GC, it's such a great feeling when you call a trade, and I have a few of those, as I said, dude, I need your invoice because I need to pay you that money because, you know, there's a cash flow. I can't hold the money for too long. I need to send me the invoice. And they're like, the guy's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll do it probably by the end of the week. It's awesome to me because I understand that they trust me because we worked together for so long.
Right.
Of course, from my for the business side, it's a problem because then I have my office calling me, Max, what's going on? We need this invoice. But I think that when this situation happens, for me, it's a check mark that I've done something right.
Yeah, of course.
That I'm doing something right.
Of course.
When my trade trusts me.
Yeah, 100%. Because now you feel good, your trades feel safe, right? That they're going to be taken care of, or however, it's going to, as a tradesperson, you're going to be my priority.
Yeah. And that's actually the case. Exactly.
Right? So if you need blocking done or something moved a foot or two over, I'm going to do it, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to wait 2 weeks. Now, there's people out there that they're going to wait 2 weeks because you've wasted my time, or you just don't appreciate what I've done for you already.
Yeah.
Because anybody can tell you, yeah, I do have a big heart. I can also be an asshole. Sorry for my language. But
Accepted.
perfect. But I do care for my clients, regardless who's asked me to do the job.
Yeah.
I will bend backwards. Don't take advantage. But, when I ask for my invoice, or if I make a mistake, don't throw that in my face, because before that, I know I've taken care of you and bent backwards.
Yeah, it's funny because the simplest tests for me when I know that me and my trades are okay, 2 things actually. One is when I need to run after them for invoices, of course. But also, it's like when I need them to do something, like for example, I have my electrician, I needed him to do a couple of lights for me. He came in my own house. He came in, fixed the lights and everything, living, and I'm like, okay, how much do I owe you? He's like, Max, it's your house. I'm like, well, what does it mean? So what? You spend 4 hours, you bought some materials. What do you mean it's my house? Max, it's your house. Long story short, I said, okay, thank you very much. I sent him $500. You know what I mean? Like it was, I'm sure it was less, but I covered myself because, and second thing is that happened a couple of weeks ago, and now he need to do another thing for me. And he calls me all of a sudden, Max, I didn't forget about you. I was just a little bit busy. I said, listen, it's not a matter of life or death. I trust you to call me when necessary. Those are things that show, I think, good relationship.
Yeah, 100%. It's just, again, I've been in that position before as well. Contractors that I do a lot of work for call me, hey, I need something done in my house.
Yeah.
And they'll say it, I'll still pay you. I'm like, no.
But you see, there should be that game, and I 100% believe in it. There should be that game where you tell me, I don't need your money, and I need to understand that you do need my money.
Oh, is this like a first date situation?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everybody should play their role in that game because you're just being polite, which you should be.
Yep.
And I should understand that it's not really coming from I'm willing to do the work for free. I'm willing to do the work maybe for cost and a little bit to cover all that, but not for free. You know what I mean? And many people don't really get that.
No, they don't, because again, going back to appreciation and gratitude, most people don't value or respect our time, our industry, none of that, right? So then when you get those type of people who take advantage of your kindness, of your work, whatever it is, they feel that they can take more.
I was just going to say, you ever heard of a book, Give and Take?
No, I don't like to read. Only drawings.
So there's basically...
I'll send you some.
No problem. I'll read those anytime. I won't read the newspaper or any of the books.
But anyway, the premise...
With the notes and everything.
Yeah, even if the book is talking to me, I'm good. I'm good. What is that called? E-book or ebooks, right?
Audiobooks. Yeah.
Audio, yeah. I'm not. No, it's okay.
But the premise of the book is basically that people fall into... They studied like organizations, and people fall into 2 categories: givers and takers.
Okay.
Right? Which is essentially like, if you have takers are people who are going to be like, I'm going to take everything that I can. They're not so much about giving back.
Yeah.
Right. And okay, here's another good topic. Working for family and friends.
It's complicated.
Let's talk about that.
It's complicated.
Yeah, okay, sure. I'll be honest, I don't do any work for family. Sorry.
You just
Great.
decline?
Pardon me?
You just decline, kind of?
Yeah,
like
I
you
just-
refer them to somebody
Yeah,
else.
or I might refer them, or I'll send my apprentice Luca if he wants to go.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like make some money.
Well, let's be real. You're doing work for family. If you're sending your apprentice, you're
Yeah,
doing
no,
work for family.
I just say no, pay Luca because I don't want to get involved with that. Same with friends. Okay, I'm building, I'm helping build one of my good friends' house. It's been going great. Obviously, there's always some not tension or friction. It's just more like what can you do for me, kind of thing. Like try to help me out, kind of thing. And listen, I'll do my best to help any of my friends and family in this situation. One of my good friends to help you do the work in your house. But there's only so much I can give and do for you, right?
Because your time is very valuable. Like so.
Yeah, and then other things play a part as well, and I would rather not ruin a relationship in that sense. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather just, even if things don't go smoothly, or if they do, I just don't want to.
You want to be separated from the situation.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, I've made that mistake not too long ago. And by taking a job helping a family member, funny enough, I should get a prize for being able to finish the job and not ruining the relationship with the family members, but I did all in my power. One thing I can tell you, it sucked half of my soul for that project because I took it personally. And there are situations when you're working for family that it's a lose-lose for you. And I'll give you an example. So my trade, when they were working for them, because it's a family member, again, that's where trades help you out when they really trust and like you and want to work with you.
Yeah.
So I brought my trades to start with the demolition. They helped them also to move everything out of the house. And there was a desk there was some furnitures in the office, which nobody told them that that the desk is going back. The assumption was that everything is going to the garbage. The desk went into the garage. To make a long story short, this, right?
No,
The desk got a little bit scratched.
But I can kind of see where it's going.
The desk got a little bit scratched, which, the guys were stupid doing that. But now you got the question is, well, but we helped you, we didn't have to, or, yeah, but you did, that's why you owe me the money. All that kind of stuff. That happened the second day of the work. He calls me, got very upset, tells me about it. We fixed the desk. The desk looked beautiful. And but he still didn't like it, 100%, which is normal. That's his choice. Now, he didn't like the desk. It was fixed. We put it back. Now he had a problem with the trades that did it. Now I'm in the middle.
Right.
What do? He thinks that the desk is not fixed right, which I told him, I totally agree with you. Because at the end of the day, he's the client, The contractors did fix the desk. I believe it was okay. I'm not going to pay the contractor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was relacquered. The top was good. So it's this kind of situation that where you're working for family eventually, it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
The lose comes from me because you're not gonna go to the family member because clearly it's not their fault. Yes, those guys should have wrapped it right and everything. If you already do something, do it right or don't touch it.
Right.
Just saying that we did a favor to you and therefore we can break something, that's just stupidity. So to make a long story short, I took a heat because of that stupidity. And yes, working with family can be that kind of heat. Now, when you're coming in to fix something that costs $200 that can, like plumbing-wise, to help quickly, that can cost you eventually $2,000 or $5,000, I agree with you. You rather say no. In my case, the same idea. When you're doing a renovation that costs, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and having this kind of situations that you need to mediate, eventually the only way to mediate it without fighting with the family member is to accept the cost, to take it.
Right. And I think I would just rather not put myself in that position. Again, with
That's fair,
experience,
Which I'm
I've been
not going to do ever again.
And yeah, again, I put myself in that position many years ago, and I just told myself from that point, I just don't want to do work for family unless it's my mom or my grandmother.
Yeah, of course, that's different.
There's just two different, and those are just the two people I would. Everybody else, no, thank you.
I've heard some people say that the way they approach it is they say either do it for free or do it at full price. There's no in between. Don't do discounts, like don't do stuff like that. So
It's not good. That's not good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm going to jump in. That's not good. When you do it for free, your excuse is always, well, it's free for you guys. So what are you going to do? Break half of the house because you're doing it for free? And
Well, in your case, it's very complicated because
so
if
in
you're
any
doing
case,
work yourself,
work as a family. I agree. I agree with
Yeah.
Michael 100%. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
well, fair. Yeah.
Or you do it. You charge it fully. You send somebody else, and you say, well, listen, their time costs money, and you should pay for it.
Yeah, like
Period.
you like I can refer you or send somebody else. You deal with them directly. I trust them. Again, just deal with them because I just would rather not be part
They
of it.
still get the benefit because
Even-
you're not going to refer somebody bad, you know.
No, and
So-
and hey, that's another topic we can talk about. I mean, before I wanted to help out everybody and refer people. That burned me as well because you think,
Oh, why would you send me that guy?
They
That
didn't
was
yeah,
a
like
good
you
guy.
think,
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
see.
think you know that person or however, whatever.
And
it
also
is.
sometimes you would take the side, let's be real, you would take the side of the friend that you referred because you know they're right. Like, it happens. It happens
Yeah,
that family are not reasonable
of
or friends
course.
are not reasonable, like
Right. Yeah, I think so. Like I said, from that point, I'll never do work for family. Call it whatever it is. I mean,
I think that's fair.
for friends, I mean, like I said, I am doing someone's house that's close to me. I don't know if I would do it again.
It's always tricky. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're playing with emotions, and then you're thinking about your business, and then you might take things personally, and it just at the end of the day, let's be real, we all have businesses, so you're always going to go back to it's got to be something to do with the business.
So let's talk about the industry a little bit. I want
Okay.
to talk. That's a difficult. I want to leave that a little bit.
Impossible question, basically.
Yeah. We can talk about it for hours, but at the end of the day, I think if you to close that, if you can avoid working with family, I agree with Mike 100%. You should not work with family.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the industry. Where do you see the construction industry is now? Where do you see it's heading? It's slower than it used to be.
Yep.
We gotta agree. It's a
Yep.
lot slower.
Yep.
It's not impacting everybody.
Right.
Because again, I think it's same as COVID and before. Good people with good work ethics will stay in the market. I think right now it's a filter for all the bad contractors to
Yeah, I think
leave
it's
the business. But
Yeah.
where do you see the market? Where do you see it's going?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I would say since last year, I would say starting around this time, maybe more so into the spring, it has slowed down. I don't see a lot of people building custom houses. I do see now a little bit more of like the renos, the bathroom renos, the
Picking up
kitchen.
still?
Yeah, like I've been like the last month or two, I've seen more jobs come in for quoting for the bathroom reno, the kitchen reno, maybe the basement reno, main floor, like that stuff. I don't think you're going to see a lot of custom homes unless, again, yes, there's always a handful of builders that do it year round, regardless, because of their clientele. But I would say the majority of the work is going to be more renos.
And how do you see the client chain?
The clients?
So I find that, yes,
Oh,
that
yes.
the client is changing.
Yes.
And the client, I'm not talking specifically about some people. I see overall the client is changing and the way they approach the service and the way they approach,
They're more tense, kind of.
I think more tense and and I think more demanding because they're thinking they're doing you a favor now, giving you the work kind of, because
Oh,
everybody
wow,
knows that
that's-
the market is slow.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about that. How do you see, is the client even changing? Or would you say it's not something that you see? that
no.
can also.
So I'm going to throw this at you, and I want you to kind of absorb it a little. People think they know too much.
Agreed. Let's expand on it. I agree with you.
Okay. So because we are fixed on our phones, and there's Instagram and Pinterest and whatever else, what else? Amazon, you want to call it? YouTube. Like there's just
Is the main
ChatGPT.
DIY I can do. It.
Yeah, right. So first of all, people see things that A is not realistic, B way out of your budget. I think those are the top two. I would say the top two topics.
Can you give an example of like a crazy request related to plumbing, like something like that is going to be on the wild side? Yeah. Somebody is when you say like out of budget, for example, like what might a client request that is like that's
Free or cheap.
Yeah. So there's so many spins to that
Aspects
because
to the square.
yeah, because so obviously a lot of people now are requesting like dog showers.
Ah, true.
What is that?
Because after COVID, everybody got dogs.
So that they'll make a shower
Yeah.
specifically for the dog.
Yeah.
So like usually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's
Like
usually
really a shower, but
yeah.
a little bit higher than a regular shower.
Where does it
so
go?
You can wash your dog.
it's like you can a lot
Usually
of people.
the mudroom.
Yeah, the mudroom. Yeah.
Oh,
We
I see.
designed those when we designed new
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, that's the new thing. Even like not a pot filler for the dogs.
Yeah. For the dogs.
For the dogs. So like wherever they have their little bowls, just above it will be a pot filler to fill the water.
That's nice.
So I've done it before, but those are the things that are coming up now. Like it's stuff like that, and then it's stuff like okay, so the freestanding tub in the shower.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so actually that's interesting. Tell me about it.
I think it's so stupid.
Is there There you go. There you go. You answered my question.
It's not like what's wrong just leaving the shower and getting into your tub, because it's just more for like waterproofing, and I guess it doesn't matter how.
It's like you gotta have
Safe.
pretty much a wet room. You gotta
Yeah.
waterproof the whole room.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I'm trying to visualize this. It's
Yeah.
basically it's a big shower room, basically.
Yeah,
The whole
Was a
bathroom.
yeah,
is
the
a
whole
shower.
bathroom is a
it's a
shower.
shower.
basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I've in some cases, again, depending on layout, I've actually had the tub 5 feet away from the shower,
Or
like inside.
So the tub
and since
fills
you
while
said
they're
it's
showering.
stupid,
You could.
since you said it's stupid, and I designed a few of those.
Sorry.
Don't be.
No.
Listen.
It's
I'm
what
thinking,
people want.
Yeah. So I designed a few of those. It's actually pretty much what he's saying. You got a big shower. Usually your tub would be what, like 5 feet?
Yep.
5 feet by like 2.5, something like that. So you would have a full shower that would be, let's say, 10 by 5.
Yeah.
And in the middle, you would have a tab
Yeah. That's
inside
it.
of the shower.
I mean, I can see how if you look at a picture of it, it looks cool.
but I agree,
Well,
it's
there you go.
It's like
Yeah.
one of those I
Yeah,
want,
exactly,
not
yeah.
I need.
Right. And that's what I'm saying is they have too much knowledge.
Yeah.
Right? There's too much out there to see. Oh, I seen this. I hear it all the time. Oh, I seen it online. Can I do this?
But also the problem is when you're calculating plumbing and you're calculating the pressure and all that, people don't really understand. And if you can expand a little bit after on it, people don't understand that whatever you've seen online that was done in a new home, when you calculate all the bathrooms and all the fixtures together to make sure that there's a pressure, it's not something you can do, let's say, in Midtown, 100-year-old house.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, no,
Like you can physically, but it's not going to work. Can you explain a little bit about it?
yeah, so those, I mean, again, you said it best. You go into these older areas, it has a half-inch coming into the house, and then you have half-inch running throughout the whole house.
The pipe, half-inch pipe,
half-inch
that goes
copper
into the
pipe.
house.
Half-inch pipe into the house.
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
That's it.
That's what they used to do.
That's how it was
half-inch,
before.
yeah,
because
half-inch
before you
pipe.
didn't have, you had one bathroom per house.
Yeah, you had,
kitchen.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
yeah, fair
and
enough.
maybe you had and a laundry room,
Wow.
which was like, with the sink. You didn't
Yeah,
have a
that
box.
seems
It was just
insufficient.
You're right.
Now people expanding like third floor addition and all that.
Well, then you renovate these houses that used to have one washroom, one kitchen, and one laundry. Now you're adding another washroom, possibly a laundry room upstairs, and now on top of that, you want body jets.
Yeah.
You want handheld. How are you going to do that?
So how does you have to work with the city to change like piping? Like, how does
Yes.
this work?
So yeah, it'd be like the city on their side
Yeah.
would change it up into your property line, and then from your property line into the home, we would do that.
They charge for that?
Do I charge for that?
No, the city.
Again, if it's lead,
so-
perhaps
So
not.
usually I'll answer that. So usually not, because it's part of what you're paying for.
Oh, I see.
They have to come in and they have to, like, for example, we're starting in 3 weeks, garden suite.
Okay, yeah. Then
So we got 25 meters, which is 49, almost 50 feet worth of connections to make to the garden suite, all the way from the back to the front. So yeah, we're gonna have pretty much our trades doing everything to the property line. Clearly, that's something that costs to the client,
of course.
and the city would come in and redo the pipe and the valve, or is it you that redoing the valve? No, the city.
The city-
will redo the valve.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and they do it as part of
Okay. Well, that's
property taxes and everything
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. I mean,
But
you hear different.
Different municipalities, different. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
why.
okay.
I don't want anybody to quote us here because different municipalities would do it differently. In this, that's how it works.
Yeah.
In this case, some municipalities would charge for
So
the
what
service.
areas are the most like notorious for the situation? You know, like very outdated, like old infrastructure.
So I would say certain parts of Etobicoke,
Yeah.
downtown Toronto, like the older, like Little Italy area. Those are notorious for half-inch lines.
I
Now-
find that East York also,
East
right?
York, yeah, East York. That was my
The front area.
the front, yeah, closer to the water.
Yeah,
yeah. Again, in certain areas they have upgraded the service into the house or to the property, but I still get a lot of these houses.
That you need to connect
half-inch.
the house itself.
Yeah, like it's again, and then people are doing these renos, and then they have no pressure.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just like, oh, you did something wrong. Well, no, I told you 6 months ago that you need to change your water service. It's just like electrical panel.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you want to add all these things, but then, oh, I have no room on the panel.
Yeah, it's only 100 amps, and I need to upgrade to 200.
Right. Now with these EV
Which
chargers.
is actually a great explanation. Yeah.
Right. It's the same idea, right? Like if you want to add more, you got to upgrade. Panel is one, water service is one.
Yeah, an average person doesn't. They don't know any of this.
So I'll tell you, I'll give you a funny scenario. So when it comes to Michael, that's already when a client is kind of understand what's going on. Now imagine in our case scenario when we start, like for example, Hamilton. Let's talk about
Okay,
Hamilton a little
yeah.
bit. So Hamilton, City of Toronto, not so much, but Hamilton, it's part of their bylaw now. When you're doing a secondary suite in the basement, you have to upgrade your line to. Don't quote me. I think to 1 inch because it's 3/4 by default there.
Yep.
I think to 1 inch. Now think about it this way: a client comes to you, they want to build an apartment in the basement. They're ready to spend. They talk to somebody, like Michael, like us, put their quotes together, got to let's say $80,000-$90,000, and they're like, okay. Then they realize that they have to do building permits. We do the building permits for them. What they don't know is that when they receive those permits, they have to do everything as per these permits. Meanwhile, we're talking to the municipality. The municipality is telling us, we're not going to allow you those permits. You got to also upgrade to 1 inch. You give it back to the client. The client doesn't know that because who reads the drawings, right?
No, of course.
You just want the permits to start the quote.
That or
Now,
the-
Michael
yeah.
comes in and says, hold on, I quoted you to do everything inside. Now you have to extend your
Service.
line, and you gotta change it to 1 inch. That's gonna cost you another whatever, like
500.
5, 10, I don't know, $1,000. And the client is like, okay, I don't have it in my budget.
Yeah.
That situation. Those situations are very problematic. How do you think? Luckily, our company explains everything to our clients. But how can a client avoid that kind of surprise? Or is it even possible?
I mean, let's be open and honest. Things always happen or come up during a project, even maybe before. But I think if you hire proper people and not always look for the smaller budget, or when you send a quote, people tend to look at the last number. They don't read the quote.
Absolutely.
They don't read the quote. They don't read the fine print. They just look at the subtotal, taxes, and total. They don't look anything prior to that.
In their mind,
that's
it
the
says
first problem.
everything.
Hold on. Let's talk about it.
That's the first problem.
So I find that now, let me ask you that. Whose mistake is that? Because let me give you a scenario. They look at the last number, which is absolutely correct. You write whatever you write as per your knowledge and assumption. Okay? Whose mistake is that? Assuming not something like that, because you never know if the city will or will not ask you to upgrade a service. But assuming you had it once, will you not have it in your quote next time? So if the city will ask to upgrade the service, will be extra, or whose fault is that? And also, I see sometimes situations where even me, I would read the quote, but some things are not included, which should have been included. And then the contractor will come to me and ask me for extra about it, like the trade.
Right.
So what do you think about this situation? Where is, like, for example, yes, I will install, every pot lights will cost you, let's say $100 per pot light, but all of a sudden, oh, we didn't talk about rough-ins. So we need to get the wire, another wire all the way from the panel there, and we didn't include it. The question is, why didn't you include it?
If it was part of their scope of work and they missed that, I think that's the Subtrades fault. Like if you've given them the scope of work and they didn't include it because they missed it, well, then that's the Subtrades fault.
Okay. So if I'm the GC, and I will understand them, right? Of course, because okay, ish happens.
Yeah.
Let's discuss about it. How much it's going to cost? Anyways, you would give it to me the original quote, so fine. If you're a homeowner, and we got a lot of homeowners that are watching us, they're doing something big and expecting a certain price, and they agree to that price. And now they realize that there's an extra because the trade did not include it originally for one reason or another. Should they understand that situation, or where do you think where would you mediate that situation?
I think there has to be a middle, like there has to be an understanding, or like a meet me in the middle kind of thing. As for the client, I don't. You know what? That's a very good question.
It's probably kind of.
Especially imagine if the client, assuming, and I have a lot of those situations. It's really difficult to mediate that kind of situation because most of the time, whatever the client budgets, it's under budget all the time.
Correct.
Right?
I agree with that.
Which means by the time they start construction, they will have to add more to their budget, which usually tighten their budget so much that it becomes kind of, that's it. That's the loss they have. If situations like that happen, sometimes the client might not have anywhere to bring the money from. So I'm thinking to myself, me as a GC, it's very important for me to know what my trades are giving me. Now, clearly, when I have my agreements with the trades, the one thing that I love to do, I love to write this one sentence. Everything should be included to pass all building inspections. All work should be done as per drawings and as per building inspector, which means if it was inspected and it didn't pass, it's your problem. If it wasn't done as per the drawings and you missed something, it's your problem, right?
Yep.
But homeowners don't really know or understand that.
I would agree. I mean, I think as the GC, especially in your case, you really have to educate them, and perhaps you might have to, go over the quotes with them. I would say for me, at the start of this year, I've been dealing a lot directly with the client. I just find that some contractors don't like to always pay their bill right away.
Really?
Yeah, we can go into that.
I would definitely, but I would think the other way around. They should be understanding you because they're like you.
Right. But some
I was a
you-
trade myself so many
Right.
years, and
some people just they can be conniving or sneaky, like not pay you right away or whatever it is. So for me, I've kind of pushed away from, I'll do work for GCs, but if I don't know you or it's my first job with you, I'll go directly to the client, and that's who's going to pay me.
directly.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll go
So that's how Dennis does it.
really.
Yeah. So like if you hired, like if you were like the GC
Mm-hmm.
and you hired Dennis, he goes, like obviously with, he'll let you
So
know.
if I call Dennis to do work for me,
Yeah.
he will work for the homeowner, not for me.
Like he'll work for you,
Mm-hmm.
but his payments is going, like he's getting his payments from the
Oh,
client.
I see. It's to avoid the
Interesting.
problem. Oh, I see.
Yeah. Again, if there's like a markup or whatever,
Interesting.
he'll talk to you
if
about that.
I'll tell you why that interesting me so much, because if I'm a GC and I get a certain amount of money from my client to build their house, it's even accounting wise, it's so difficult to kind of figure everything out, how much they should reduce from the amount paying me, all that. This is so difficult.
Now, in Dennis's case, I mean, do people, okay, now more than ever, now people are starting to get into his line of work. Like they want the cameras, the lighting control, the Wi-Fi. Most GCs don't account for that.
I see where you're coming from, and I'll agree with you on that, because actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
It's
when it comes to Dennis, I 100% actually agree, because he got such a
niche.
different niche kind of
Yes.
business that
Yes.
I'm not familiar with, and I don't know
Right.
that I would want him probably to deal with the client separately.
Right.
Because there's so much going on, so many details. Yes, you know what? I agree with you. But plumbing, I don't know. Like plumbing, it's interesting. What?
Yeah, because
Explain a little.
I think it's just, like, listen, like for me as a business, I have to be careful on,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, especially now when things are kind of tight for people, for GCs, for clients, I
But it
want
shouldn't be tight. Why should it be tight?
because people don't have money.
That's fine. But if I hire you, okay, now you see few of those idiots ruining my name, kind of.
Yeah. And then,
And
yeah,
and they're, because you see, it's a problem. If I do that with you like that, so it's a different kind of contract.
right.
So GCs have two different kind of contracts. You can work as a lump sum, where you're taking a sum from your client and you're building whatever they need,
Correct.
which is based on trust.
Right.
Or they can work as a management company, which I do commercially. When I do commercial, for example, I would manage the project for a certain percentage. And then it's fine, because what happens is the client writes the checks for everything, and I'm just having a fee for management,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
But that means that I would have to do the same thing with all of my other trades, which is kind of, wow, interesting. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. So like,
And you don't have any exceptions? You do it for everybody like that?
no, I do have exceptions. Like there are a handful of GCs that I won't do that to because I trust them. Because those are the same people that are, when I leave to finish, when I leave their house after I just finished their job, they're asking me for the invoice.
Yeah, you already know.
Like
that
I'll give you a situation, but the other way around.
Okay.
I did have a situation where actually my client was trying not to pay my trade. So I think the opposite, working for me, it's a security for my trade, knowing that they will get paid.
Yeah.
Clearly, assuming that everything passed and everything was done right.
Of course.
They know that. I thought the opposite. It's a security. Because I've had situations where the client didn't want to pay.
So yeah, like now imagine like the shoes on, like now imagine that client not paying you is the same idea as the GC.
But you see, if I hired you, I will pay you.
No, I
You understand what I'm saying?
no.
If the client doesn't want to pay, it's my problem. I have to deal with the client, not you.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people don't. Some people, I shouldn't say all. Some people don't have that mindset. Whereas they,
How can you
Even-
be a general
even-
contractor otherwise?
even because some are just greedy, or some just either undercut the job, or are allocating that money that the client gave them to a different job.
So let me tell you something
yeah.
about that. I was telling people out there, and I'm going to say that again. Theoretically, the Canadian law tells you not to small people who do bathrooms when you're building houses and when you're building anything. My company has different accounts for different jobs.
Okay.
A lot of general contractors, me, myself, and my hammer, the guys that are not managing, but on the tools, would have one account where you pretty much get down payments, you put everything there. That's where those problems start coming in. You should not, to me, everything that we build as general contractors, you build a house, you build house A and house B. House A has its own account, house B has its own account. There's no way in the world that I will take the money from house A towards house B. If I see that house B has issues and my cash flow is limited, something wrong with that. Something is going on, which means either the down payments are too small, either not forgetting the fact that I have people in the office dealing with that on a regular basis. But if there is something going on with one of my projects, because it happens, sometimes the down payment that I pick up are just too small, or sometimes we're not picking up the amounts on time. Like, for example, we have milestones to pick up payments.
Right.
If we didn't reach a milestone, we will not pick up a payment. If we did not pick up a payment, we have a problem with the cash flow. But on the other hand, if you didn't pick up a payment for project B, you should not have a problem with project A. So regardless of the fact, you also have the account of the company, which is a different account. So if you have a problem with project B, you will not allocate the money from project A, you will allocate the money from the company account towards paying to the trade. Like, for an example, if I have one of my milestones to pick up another payment when all the roughings are done, you're part of those roughings.
Right.
And I have the same contract with you saying that I will pay you when the roughings are done, this and that amount of money. If I don't have it in, let's say, project B, I can pay you from project A, and then because the rest of the trades, for example, didn't pass inspection or didn't finish, but you did, right?
Right.
So there's a problem with cash flow, but it comes from the main account. You still should be able to get paid for the job you did. So I guess the problem with all those GCs that you do have a problem with is because they're not managing those accounts this way. They pretty much just have one pool for money coming in from other projects.
Yeah.
And they just don't see when they have a cash flow problem. Also, the issues with it is when eventually, when you don't know that you have issues on sites, but you see, let's say you're building 5 houses, and on the account you got, let's say, $1 million. You would think, okay, everything is good. I got $1 million on the account, but this $1 million is not sufficient as a cash flow for all those 5 sites. So all of a sudden, if 2 of the sides had a problem, let's say with 2 big pools, that's minus $500,000 right there.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, you don't have enough cash flow. So I just think that overall contractors, GCs, in order for you to trust them, should start managing their funds correctly.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I said it's not a lot. It might
They're not
be,
bad people. They're not doing it on purpose. It's just they screw themselves up, and that's some situation that happens.
Yeah, and it's not a lot. I mean, I could probably count on one hand, but I do feel that you're right that they're not managing it properly, 100%, or
They just don't want to pay you.
or they're just losers.
Yeah, let's be honest. Some people are bad people.
Yeah.
Like that's just.
Like I'm not gonna lie, and Laura can attest to it, and the same with Dennis. I don't like people. I don't like people. I like you guys. You guys are great. I just, he knows too. He's laughing because he knows. I don't. Right? All right. Yeah, I'm not a fan of people. But I do, like, when we had that event, yes, when there's people in the same room that are just like you, and okay, maybe not like not liking people, but the same mindset and goals, and it's more of a genuine thing, not like I'm here today because I want something from you. No, I'm here because I want you to do well, and I'm here to support you. It's not like,
And it should be vice versa.
right, but it's genuine. Like, that's how I genuinely feel. Like, I want this, you guys, to take off. Do this for as long as you can. Right?
And honestly, we do that because we want homeowners to see what you have inside here,
Right.
and not just being a plumber. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. And I do get a lot of, like, good feedback on our content, thanks to you. I'm just the guy that just walks around and maybe smokes and has coffee once in a while.
You're the talent.
But I'm myself. You know, it's not like he always tells me, "Oh, I wrote this script." The script. I'm gonna be me,
Yeah,
right?
He hates doing it also. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a script guy. Just press the play button and a record button, whatever, and let me do my thing.
Brother, there is no difference between you and I. We just want to do our job and get it over with.
Yeah.
And in your case, you're doing that for people to meet you and to see you beyond the contractor.
Right.
In my case, it's just like when I used to teach at George Brown College, believe it or not. We don't make anything out of it. We lose out of it. But I really feel that the industry is so full of shit, okay? And I usually try not to use these words, but it's so full of it that I believe that we have to show a community of good people. And good people means integrity and means ownership for their mistakes. Everybody make mistakes. All trades make mistakes.
Yeah.
I wasn't the best trade out there, but I was a trade that when somebody called me, there were issues. And even now as a GC for the past 15 years, when people call me, I am there for them. I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to worry about anything else. I'm going to get it done. Same as when I was teaching in George Brown College. I started teaching in George Brown College, not because I was making a lot of money there, even though I was, but it's not enough because eventually, anyways, it's a waste of opportunity and it doesn't make sense for people with businesses like ours. But I went there because I said, listen, all those people and all those consultants in the cities, I'm not going to say all, I'm not going to generalize, but some of them they don't know what they're doing, nicely put. And I said, let me go out there. Let me teach them, and maybe with my experience in the industry, I'm going to make them feel differently, not feel differently, but have a different approach towards contractors, towards knowledge, towards building code, learn actually something, because believe it or not, they do not know building codes in the city. Sometimes you have to argue and talk to their managers.
Yeah.
And I said, let me try and change that. Let me actually try and get a generation of people that actually will understand.
Yeah. So to add on to that, I agree. I'm going to say some, but it's probably more.
Some plus.
Yeah, some plus inspectors, they don't know. Let's be real. Like,
Yeah.
they don't. All they care about for me is steel plates, air test, and water test. They couldn't tell you what that 2 inch is for.
Yeah.
They couldn't tell you. They didn't know.
How many times, specifically with plumbing, this inspector will show up on my site. Yeah, all looks good. Between you and I know what I've done. Sometimes you have to go around things.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's not. But you know what? Thank you. Like, you would do something out of the building code, not because you're trying to do something bad, because you know it's right. But for example, in the new building code, it's not accepted.
Right.
But it was accepted previously and it's fine.
Right.
For example, connections of laundry,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And all that. So, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, everything is perfect. Everything is great. And you're like, okay. Or you would have some young inspectors. Like, when you're an inspector, really, you have to decide on spot what's acceptable.
Well, you also have to know
Yeah.
what's
No,
right and wrong.
But what I mean sometimes, and they will never tell you that they do it, but sometimes you have to know when to close your eyes to something, when not to poke something that will be a snowball effect, which should not be poked in. Like, for example, they will come in, they will review your work, start asking you questions about something existing that has nothing to do with your work, that kind of stuff, and it
Yeah.
will become a snowball effect to the client.
Right. Yes.
All of a sudden, they have to fix that. Inspectors should know not to do that. But young inspectors, they don't.
So I came across a few situations, and by the way, Brampton and Mississauga do have really good inspectors because they're actually plumbers,
Oh, interesting.
especially Mississauga.
So they used to be plumbers and then they become inspectors?
Yeah.
I see.
So you can get away with stuff there. And okay, they're lenient, but they're also hard.
But you see, this little leniency, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They should know on site which things not to poke into. Because sometimes new building code would ask you for something redundant, like electricity-wise. Not plumbing. Plumbing as well, but I'm not good enough in plumbing to actually, or actually, let's talk about plumbing. So when you're doing a renovation, I said laundry connection. I just didn't want to go deep into it, but maybe you can explain that better. So when you're doing a connections, now as per new code, you have to, there is a 1.5 inch pipe. Now, if you want to do it in the wall, you have to have a new pipe 2 inches.
Correct.
First of all, why? And why can't they close their eyes to the fact that it's existing?
Because now you've opened it up.
Fine. But that's where the leniency should come in. And of course you opened it up because you're doing a renovation on an existing house.
Right, and I agree. Because I've dealt with that situation before as well, because now it goes to the client. That's not part of my scope.
So explain the situation a little bit. So whoever listens to us know maybe they're going through a renovation and...
Yeah, so back to your question, why it's 2 inch. It's just the sediment.
No, but what we're talking about. Let's explain the situations first. The situation first of all.
Yeah.
And then what's the solutions?
Okay, so if you're doing a reno, and it's happened to me before in Brampton twice, where the contractor was building a basement apartment, legal basement apartment. Okay. Again, the whole sump pump, laundry room, and a existing washroom was there. They just wanted us to do some add-ons to that. Again, we opened up the wall. Again, everything was existing. So now they want us to change it. Okay. We had to break the floor for whatever reason. The plumbing underground was done wrong.
Original construction.
Original or previous reno that they did. Inspector wanted it changed.
Okay, but that kind of, you can say, okay, I know it's going to cost more money, but thank you, Mr. Inspector, noticing that something was done wrong.
Right.
I'll give you an example for a situation. So we actually renovated the first floor of a house, and they had laundry in there. We just moved from in a mudroom. We just, those mudrooms behind double garage door, you're going through the mudroom in.
Yes.
So they had laundry in there. They had washer and dryer. We stacked it to move the sink a bit in order to get some cabinetry in there. Okay? So the problem that we had, in order to create a new pipe in the wall, a new connection in the wall for the stacked laundry, because we didn't want an exposed pipe.
Yep.
The inspector came in and asked us to, or you're having an exposed pipe into the sink.
Yep.
Or if you're connecting the sewers, all the sewer pipe, all the way to the stack has to be 2 inches.
Yes.
Which means in our case, we had to go all the way from the first floor down through the basement, and it's more labor and it costs more.
Of course.
So when I'm talking about leniency, I think the inspector should come in and understand, okay, it was connected like that previously. Just because you stacked it and you're working on that pipe and want to push it into the wall, it should be acceptable that 1.5 to remain.
So that's happened to me also before, recently actually as well. Same thing. It was a main floor reno. They had a laundry room there. Again, now we've just changed the location in the same laundry room.
Yeah.
It's just instead of being on the right side, they wanted the laundry box on the left side and the sink on the opposite side. Everything is existing. So I just reconnected the laundry box further down, 1.5 inches. Now the inspector came in and said, no, we want 2 inch. And you're going to have to open up downstairs.
Exactly.
So you're not allowed to go back at that point, basically.
Well, I mean, you can.
What about that? Sometimes your basement is finished.
And it was finished.
They bring you to the point that what are you going to do? So now the homeowner needs to remove their drywall, remove everything.
Yeah.
So they need to pay Michael more. Now they need to pay a drywaller more. Now they need to pay a taper more. Now they need to pay a painter more.
No, I understand, but I guess my question is is 1.5 totally sufficient? Is 2 inches really necessary or not really?
That's what the new building code dictates.
That's what the new, yeah. I mean, again, it's more for the sediment and just the volume of water that's coming out of the machines. Has it been sufficient for the last X amount of years? Yes.
So the problem is from the building code perspective, everything that you're demolishing loses its grandfathering rules, which means if you are working on an existing laundry and you're connected it to 1.5, they will be okay. As soon as you're demolishing it and moving it somewhere else, now you have to build everything as per new codes.
Right. And
But the question is that I wanted to talk to you, Michael, about what your thoughts about it, because I think that the inspector should be knowledgeable enough and the building code should be lenient enough to let the inspector figure out whether something like that is acceptable or not.
Right. Because, so in my situation, I had relatively easy access because the stack was literally below and in a closet. So for me, it was not bad. However, I would never do that again. I think if any reno going forward, I'm just going to do the 2 inch.
Right away.
Right away.
Yeah.
And that's where you're going to put it in your quotes so that you don't have to come back. Because that's one of those situations where the client would say, well, that's your problem. You didn't know that.
Right.
You have to do it for free. Right. This is one of those discussions I had with you.
Yeah.
And by the way, just that actually shows me how decent you are and having common sense, because just by explaining me that you actually did it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That pretty much shows what kind of person you are.
Yes. I mean, let's be real. Will 1.5 work? Yes.
Because sometimes it just makes sense it just doesn't make sense to argue with the client for that. Let's get it done.
As a client, it's a pretty simple solution. All it really requires is for somebody to tell me ahead of time, hey, either we have to change it to 2 inch now while it's open. Mm-hmm. If you're going to want to move it later, this is going to be a disaster. So,
But that's the problem. Unless you do 100 jobs and everything's okay, all of a sudden building code changed their codes. Mike doesn't know about it. He's doing the job.
I see.
And all of a sudden the inspector comes in and, by the way, now, of course, because that's how you keep up with the new codes.
How often do they change
Sorry?
How often do they change stuff?
Right, the old building code was 2016. Now it's in 2021. And actually 2024.
Yeah.
So from 2021 to 2024.
Yeah, and I know they've changed some plumbing codes as well, because my apprentice went to school last year. Mm-hmm. Before, the 2-4-6 rule, you can do, 4 fixtures on 1.5 pipe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And obviously our code, there's certain fixtures that have higher ratings, but now it's only 3. So now it's 2-3-6.
I see.
From my understanding through him.
So
it's changed.
By the way, speaking of that, how do you keep up with education? As somebody, plumbing, electrical, I think those are the most important 2 trades. Mm-hmm. At least in my mind, those are the 2 things I would never touch without a professional electrician or plumber. How do you keep up with education? Clearly, situations like that will happen. It's normal.
Of course.
But overall, how do you keep up with the new codes and new education?
I guess just with our code book, just always upgrading your code book. Whenever the new one comes out, that's how you have to just educate yourself. I think it's a little bit different from electrical because they get sent it's sent to them. and because it's its own governed body,
Yeah, ESA.
right? It's more, they're more on top of it.
That's not the same as plumbing.
No,
Oh wow.
right? So it's different. Even our inspections, it's different. Like they have that's their own governing body. That's theirs, right? I guess we just start through our code books, and then obviously being in the industry and being around different plumbers. These are always discussions you talk about amongst each other, right? So again, the whole helping each other out kind of thing, right? That's how you just got to keep up to date, right? I mean,
But
for the
stupid
most
system from the government. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's lawyers that are writing all these codes, right? It's not a plumber that's writing these codes,
That's absolutely the problem.
right?
So I wanted to ask you another question that I ask everybody. How are you still in tools?
Yeah.
Or you still
Oh,
in
yeah,
tools
yeah.
with your guys? You're still
Yeah.
sometimes doing.
Yeah.
How do you balance the business side and being a trade? Being a trade, I know I wouldn't say 20. Well, specifically plumbers. Actually, it's 24/7. You
Yeah.
got service calls sometimes that people would call you
Yep.
in the middle of the night.
Yep.
How do you balance that with your daily business routine, which is 21st century, doing videos, doing quotes, doing accounting? Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, first,
I don't.
yeah,
deep breath and like
I enjoy being on the tools. Obviously, last year I had to get rid of a few people, just with work slowing down and not getting that volume. So then I had to put myself back in the tools, which I love.
Me too, by the way.
I do I mean, doesn't matter the situation, breaking concrete, digging out trenches, I'll do it.
True.
Actually now Antonio's guys do it. So
yeah, exactly.
Well, listen, on tools, this is just a little bit aside. This is the most peaceful state that I'm in when I'm actually having my drill in my hand and doing stuff.
yeah, no, I
You don't think about anything else.
yeah, I don't. And I think that's what I like, right? I get it. While I'm doing that job, yeah, my phone's ringing off the hook. Then you have to balance site visits. You have to go look at jobs. You have to quote jobs. You have to go through your invoicing. Office is calling you. Yeah, is there a balance?
Anxiety's there.
I don't think there's a balance. I don't think that when you're a business owner, I don't think there's a balance.
You just take it day by day.
You just got to take it day by day. And
prioritize differently every morning.
right. And then I think just the whole thing of being organized and writing things down and scheduling is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in my business, things can change on the fly. I can get a call in the middle of the night, early in the morning. The phones won't stop.
Yeah.
Now you do have to prioritize your clients and who needs attention and who doesn't. But again, I'm not married. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have kids.
So he's open for
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
Okay,
You won't
okay.
find me online. So just find me on the Ava's plumbing page.
Davis Plumbing.
Most direct
You
way.
gotta put that reel. You gotta put that reel. We gotta post that reel.
What's that?
We gotta
I will
find
ta-
you some
I will tag
somebody who
there.
makes your food when you're coming home in the evening.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Somebody who is waiting for you with your food. But we'll get
But I mean, I'm not.
Or sometimes not.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Some people don't know how to boil water, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, let's just.
It's great how he said people, but
Yeah, people.
fine, we're not gonna go into
Yeah, we don't want to get you canceled. But even if I did have a wife and kids, I would still be doing what I'm doing. Because, and I know I'm going to get slack for this, but as a man, we're taught to provide for our family. Right?
And you're just passionate about it.
I am. And I know, especially today, people think, whatever, men shouldn't do that, all that, or women can do that. Yes, women can do whatever they want, right? They can be in a trade. They can do what we do. Absolutely. But as a family man and someone that had European roots, Portuguese and Italian, the men were the providers.
I'm Lithuanian, buddy.
Yeah, you're even worse. Great people, family oriented as well, you know, and the culture. But we're taught as men to be the masculine men, to provide. You know, and it doesn't matter about our feelings, doesn't matter how we feel. We just got to get up every day, and we got to take care of our family.
Put our smiles on and go out
That's
there
it.
and conquer the
Well,
world.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe no smile, just
No,
get it
with
done.
a smile. With a smile.
And
With a smile.
trust
That's the
me, ask him. There are times where I can have no problem strangling you because I'm just, you know.
But you will do it with a smile.
Yeah, I will do it with a smile. There you go. Sorry. Not sorry.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Ugh.
No, but I know what you
But
mean.
you know what I mean? Like as men, and we just gotta just shut up, get up, and do our shit as men.
Yeah.
And that's it. And if I had a wife and kids, then I hope she would understand that. Well, she has no choice but to understand that.
Well, listen, with your
Because-
kind of career, yeah, she would have to.
She has to.
You know, it's hilarious. I've never heard a woman complain about this. Only some men. Like
About
this-
the being
logic,
masculine?
the logic
Yeah.
of masculinity and like being a provider.
Right.
I've never heard women complain about it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should avoid this,
Leave
but,
that to women
yeah.
to discuss. not to
Yeah,
us.
I mean-
we are contractors here. So.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that's like, that can be a whole different topic.
Yeah. Let's. This is gonna
But
be.
sorry, I am proud of the man I am.
Yeah.
And I was raised, I mean, God rest his soul, but that's how my dad raised us. That's how he
Old
was.
school.
Old school values, and just be a man. You don't like it, too bad. Get up, do your thing, provide for your family.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I will support you 100% with it. And I'll even add to it that, believe it or not, that has nothing to do with men and women. I'm a married man. My wife has a career of her own. She's very successful, and I love her. She's great. She's doing whatever she's doing. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that I should not have this tribal instinct in me to still get out every morning, that's what you're talking about. And that's my job, and provide. I have to get out and get my meat regardless of what she's doing.
Right.
Regardless of what she's doing, I'm
Right.
going to get out there. I'm going to get my meat, and I'm going to be very passionate and I'm going to try to be as successful as possible about it.
Absolutely. And like, listen, a woman like your wife, let's be real, it's a dying breed. Would you agree?
I don't know, but I would say that my wife is awesome because she's going to watch it and I can't say anything else.
Oh,
No, but yeah, I love the fact that she, I'll tell you what. I love the fact that whatever happens with me, if something happens tomorrow, she's able to carry everything and keep working hard and doing whatever she needs to do, which I agree with you. You're not going to find a lot. I believe you're not going to find a lot of women like that.
good
right?
women that understand you and that will be by your side.
Yes,
100%.
I do think that my wife is a good woman. Wife, I love you. You're a good woman.
You're a good woman. I agree. Whatever he says.
You're not gonna get me in trouble.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
I appreciate
I'm
you,
not.
Chris.
I know the camera's watching us, but not going to look there.
But I do agree with you. And maybe not even that, but we are missing also men nowadays that have that instinct of getting out there and conquering the world. And by the way, talking to you, talking to Dennis, talking to other, let's call it, partners of this community, which that's why I decided to highlight all of you guys, because you guys are awesome,
Thank you.
to be honest with you. All of you working together, and that's great.
Yeah.
And that's what, Antonio, by the way, as well, you guys are getting out every morning and you're conquering the world. You're conquering your own bubble, and you're not letting all the crap around to influence you and put you down.
Yeah, 100%. And I appreciate the comments. And I've only heard the same things about you guys as well. So it's nice and refreshing to be in the same room with you guys as well.
Thank you.
And I genuinely mean that. And unfortunately, some people don't get it, right? I've had to stop talking to family and friends because they felt, because I was trying to conquer the world, that I was better than them. that, right? Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That I don't call or see them enough,
Oh, I see.
right? Or, spend time with them. Listen,
Sometimes they feel you're distancing
Correct.
yourself from them, but that's not the case. You're just very busy with your life.
and listen, I make time for people, but it's the people that understand me and that want me to be successful and grow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to surround myself with people that are jealous or think, listen, I'm a very sincere person. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I need to just be better than myself.
Yeah.
Right. So tomorrow I got to be better than yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So,
Every day you got to be a better version of yourself.
right. So when people say, why are you distant? Why don't you call? Would you feel like you're better than us? You just don't understand me. You don't get it. Only me. I'm falling back on me. Everything's rests on me. And I'm okay with that. I love it.
You're focused with your journey. And
Yeah. It's either you're with me or without me.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting for you. I'm not looking for sympathy. If you don't get me at this point, then stay there.
Yeah, and I can.
Not every friend is for life.
No, 100%. Even family. Don't get me wrong. I'm a
Even-
very
yeah.
family man. I
It's
love my
just-
family, but it's either you're with me on my journey or
I
you're
can
not.
strengthen this point by every morning when I wake up, I look at the mirror and I see a son, a brother, an uncle, boss, company owner, and every title that I carry has a certain responsibility.
Of course.
I have no time sometimes to visit my parents. I have no time to see my family, just like you. I'm coming to the office every day. I'm looking at everybody's eyes and I'm thinking, holy shit. If I don't have my business tomorrow, you guys all will not be able to find jobs. And there are no jobs right now in the market.
Right.
The market is slow.
Right.
And having this responsibility, having this thoughts that everything is on your shoulders, some people can't understand that. And this is the thoughts, this is the kind of, that's where your men, I think, come in every morning, where you wake up and you're strong enough morally to say, get the hell up and push yourself to do the best. Today is going to be another one of those days that is going to be better and better and better.
Yeah.
Just like you would want to have with views, that's life. Life is pretty much you would want to, every day should be better than before. But unfortunately, when you pick that path, it comes with anxieties, it comes with a lot of issues, it comes with sometimes, I just don't want to see anyone.
Yeah,
and people
no.
don't get it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And yes, we are responsible for people. And I think that you said, yes, I'm a business owner. Yes, I'm a brother. Yes, I'm a son. Yes, I have cousins, godparent, whatever it is. But I'm responsible for people. Whether it's staff, employees, my mom, my brother, and more.
And if you pretty much don't do what you do,
They
if
don't.
you're going to start slacking, you're going to have issues with all that.
Yeah, of course. And then they suffer.
Yeah.
I don't care if I suffer. I want to suffer.
Yeah, but it's a double-edged sword because at the end of the day, I find that they want you to succeed, but they don't understand what involves with all this success.
Right, because we don't
It's their
tell.
own insecurity.
Well, that too, and then we don't want to tell our loved ones what we go through on a day-to-day
Yeah,
basis too.
it's not about insecurities. It's just about the reason I said a son, because my mom upset about the fact that I have no time to be there on regular basis.
I mean,
It
sure.
has nothing to do with insecurity. She thinks that
That's
work is more important than me. Those.
That's different,
Moms are like that, right?
Yeah.
You want to tell me your work is more
Yeah.
important than me, but she's part of those people that this work takes care of, and a lot of other people that are involved with Acadia. For us to sit here, for us to have this conversation, everything is on those glass, legs of this whole world that you are taking care of.
I mean, to be fair, I have understanding for their situation also. Like you have kids.
I do.
No matter what's happening, you would like to be talking to your kids all the time. You know what I mean? So
I would,
yeah.
but unfortunately, that's not the case, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't have kids. I mean, a lot
Not
of my
only kids,
family,
family.
I have a lot of friends and family that have young kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they all say the same thing. You know, I wish I can spend more time with them.
Yeah.
Right. But if I spend more time with them, maybe I can afford for them to go to soccer or ballet or the trip or hockey.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Or wear those pair of clothes or that new bike they want.
Do you
It's a
feel
very
s-
deep conversation.
Do you feel
Yeah,
sometimes,
but-
I love that conversation because I feel exactly the same and I can relate to all that. Do you feel sometimes that success is kind of like almost signing your soul with the devil? Because even though you're getting more and more successful, you have less and less time for those loved ones. So tell me your thoughts about it.
Device. I mean, wow.
Is it a price that cannot be avoided?
That is a great question.
Because I find that I'm in this situation and I'm always open with whoever I talk to. I find that more and more success that's coming, clearly success doesn't come from nowhere. You have to work hard for it and many hours a day.
Yeah, and I think for those who genuinely love you and care for you, they understand.
Yeah.
And I don't think it is that you're selling your soul to the devil. It's just what we have to do for these people that we love and care about that understand.
You see, I understand and I agree that I just use it as a term.
Yeah.
It's not, I actually think we're blessed by
Right.
God for having this opportunity. But, you know, we have one life and you wanna be able to live this life by spending it a lot with your family.
Of
Not
cour-
always you can. So
course.
maybe the words that I use are kind of incorrect,
No, but I know
but
what
it
you're
just
saying.
sharpened the point.
Yes.
Yeah, I just don't know how to balance it, how to understand it. But because every time you pull your leg from the gas, it slows down
Right.
and you feel it.
But there will come a point in your life, our lives, where we can do that. And that's what we're working towards. Right. And then the people that understood, that actually loved you and cared for you, for us, that was genuine, sincere, they're going to stick around for that because they know that's coming. There's going to be a point in your life, our life, where we don't have to go 150 miles an hour. We can go 100. We can go 80. Still, our foot's still on the gas, but we can slow it down. Now, I'm not saying as a business side.
Not a real car, just an electric bike.
Yeah, that's because those don't last forever. But you can now enjoy more time with your kids, your wife, and your family.
The fruits of your labor.
Right.
So where do you see yourself in the future? Where do you see yourself 5-10 years from now? How do you see your life going? Because you are putting so much into this business and pretty much you're all in.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like every business owner.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself 5-10 years from now? Those fruits.
As a business side or personal wise?
I think personal wise.
Personal wise, I'm hoping by then.
In business actually.
Okay.
As well.
I'm hoping by then I have my ride or die, my companionship to do life with. Hopefully my mom will still be around by then so she can watch me grow and spend time with her. I don't know about kids. That's in God's hands. And just, for me, just spend a little bit more time with my loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
To watch them happy
Yeah.
because of my hard work.
Hard labor.
Yeah. For business, I would say I would like to see myself expand more, maybe even in the States.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just stuff like that in that sense. Just, bigger team, more locations, maybe in the States. So stuff like that.
Because
Yes.
I'll tell you what, you are working on a brand and this brand is working. Avis is pretty strong. I see, when it comes to tracks and when it comes to, I see you guys around, and I've seen you before.
Yeah.
Yeah, into the States. That's interesting. How do you see that happening? Tell me a little bit about that.
I mean,
Maybe I can learn something when it comes to.
so I haven't done much research about that. Again, they have the same problem we do. Lack of trades.
And more
And yeah,
specifically in Florida.
right. That's where I would look into, right? It's the trades. It's not just here in Canada. It's all over, right?
Yeah,
For my business, it's the trades. No one's getting into it, and if they are, they last a year or two, and then that's it.
I think it's kind of changing slowly. Like people are more now, younger people are more now realizing, oh wow, like the electrician I know is making more money than me. Like,
Yeah. Well,
As long as you're willing to put in the work,
yeah, of course.
like,
Of course.
sorry,
yeah.
you're not going to get paid on what I get paid on your first day of the job.
Of course. Yeah.
Like when I first started plumbing, I was making $12 an hour, and I made $14 an hour when I was a fourth year, when I should have been making a lot more than that. But at the time, I'm like, I better shut up. Someone's giving me an opportunity to get into plumbing.
Yep.
So I'm going to bust my ass. I'm going to keep my mouth shut and just keep going. Because eventually somebody is going to give me a chance
But
and my worth.
I'll tell you what, I find that a lot of, as somebody who was educating and teaching, there was a lot of emphasis on diplomas. There was a lot of emphasis on paper. I find that now we're getting into, which I want to talk to you about it as well and see what's your opinion about it.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting to the age of AI, where I believe, and unfortunately I'm partially a victim of that as well. As you know, Acadia is also a design firm, so that means we're doing drawings and permits and all that. Where I find that AI very soon going to be able to do my job. And because AI going to be able to do my job very well, now you need an architect asked to stamp something or engineers. In the future, you're not going to need that because they're going to do it so well because they're not going to make mistakes. So the city will accept drawings done by AI, for example. Because of that, people realize the trades, what's going to be there for a long, long time still.
Right.
You're not going to be able, respectfully, you're not going to be able to have a robot doing your job.
No.
Because it's so custom, it's so specific, you're just not going to be able to get it done.
Correct.
Manufacturing, yes. Trades, no. And a lot of people, if you ask me, what do I want my son to go study for? I would not tell him go and become a lawyer. Because 10 years from now, you're not going to need lawyers. So they're going to go to school, get bunch of...
It's going to be iLawyer.
Get bunch of... exactly. Get bunch of loans that now, by the way, our days, people are not able to pay for. They finish... By the way, that's why... Different story. I'm not even going to go into that. But the US right now has a big problem where they're trying to forgive... They're trying to pass a law to forgive student loans because it's impossible to pay for.
Right.
That's political reasons, of course.
Of course.
And we're not going to go into it. So I find that a lot of people are getting into this situation where they're studying for something that is going to be useless. And I think the trades going to be expanding more and more and more and more because this is the future. This is where those are the only professions that are going to stay. What do you think personally, by the way, about AI? Where do you see it's going? And where do you see trades are going? How is that kind of getting into the trades? Will it help? Will it not? Let's expand on it as well.
So I don't use AI for anything that I can think of. I think it can be a dangerous thing and a good thing. Will it take people's jobs? Yes. Will they do a better job? Yes. Will it be more efficient? Yes. Will AI take my job? No. And any trades? No. That will just never happen. But I shouldn't say never, but
No, it's not
highly,
gonna
Yeah,
highly,
robots are very far away.
highly unlikely. I never liked school, so for me, coming out of high school, even during high school, it was either a trade or in the army. I wanted to be in the army.
I did both.
Here in Canada?
Yeah. I just had I had epilepsy at the time, so I was a risk. So I got into the trade. I think schools is.
I do believe that our days schools is, and I'm sorry that I'm
it's a
saying that
cash
it's a little bit overrated.
Yeah, it is. I mean, listen, I think it's overrated. I think you pay a lot of money to have some type of degree, but you're not
Especially for trades, yeah.
Yeah, for trades, yes, but for other things like getting into university and college, you're not guaranteed that job. So even if you studied to be a teacher or a doctor, or lawyer, first of all, being a doctor or lawyer, you need 10, 15 years of schooling plus practical on the field, which you're not getting paid for.
Yeah.
Right? So you've wasted all that time and money. You're not going to be making money until you're in your 40s and 50s.
Like, yeah, late 30s.
Yeah.
Right? But keep in mind, you still have to pay those loans that you've accumulated.
And this is
Or
actually
schooling.
the problem that is going on in the US now.
Right? So even if you finish your schooling, okay, well, you still need to pay $150,000 left on your schooling. So now you're working just to pay off that. So you don't really make any money until you're in your 40s or 50s.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. One of the programs I was teaching in GBC was renovation.
Mhm.
And even though I should have been fired for it, but I never, the first question I would ask my class every beginning of semester, new semester, how many of you are trying to become a contractor? Everybody would raise their hands. And then I would say, what are you doing in this class? And everybody would get, confused. What do you mean? You need to be an apprentice. You want to be a contractor? You need to be an apprentice. I never understood. Of course, I was teaching there because you're telling yourself, might as well just make them better.
Right.
But you can't get a carpenter on paper. And I had one of my students here on the podcast. He actually became a great contractor. We were discussing this situation, how all his contracting goals started when he actually finished school. He thought that he needs this diploma to know the basics to become a contractor. I think if you want to become a contractor, you need to be an apprentice. Mm-hmm. If you want to become a general contractor, then yes, you would need to know how to create permits, how to do drawings, how to read drawings. Mm-hmm. Fine. That makes sense.
Yep.
But I do think that when it comes to that, school is overrated. They have diplomas for everything now. You want to go to the bathroom, you got to finish 3 years of schooling. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I
definitely don't understand that.
And I agree, because I get a lot of phone calls from the pre-apprenticeship, like all the pre-apprenticeship students from Humber.
Mm-hmm.
And I just finished this pre-apprenticeship course and I loved plumbing the most and I want to get into plumbing. Or I did half a semester for this pre-apprenticeship course.
What's a pre-apprenticeship course anyways?
I've never heard of it.
No, sorry, go ahead. It's like
a
comment.
Yeah, so and then they liked plumbing, for instance, and then they would drop out of that school or that course. I mean, first of all, that's a waste of money. This pre-apprenticeship course.
What's a pre-apprenticeship?
Yeah, what is that? I don't know.
So, from my understanding, this pre-apprenticeship course is like they teach you different trades, if I'm not mistaken. So they'll teach you like carpentry, plumbing.
Oh, so it's kind of designed so that you can see which one you like?
Right.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right.
Go and work for a couple of months for a professional plumber, for a professional electrician. Like broom, clean after them and figure that out for yourself.
People have a very big aversion to making the wrong choice. Like most people feel like once they make a choice, they cannot turn back.
But you see,
So
this is, by the way, the 21st century problem. That's when kids think that they need to do that to decide. You need a pre-apprenticeship course. No, man, just go work. Check it out. If it's yours, it's yours. If it's not, it's not.
Yeah, and it's not a cheap course either.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
From my understanding, it's not cheap. Again, I can only speak for myself. I knew even before high school that I was going to be a tradesman or in the military. I couldn't do the military, so I'm going to be a trades. It was either carpentry or plumbing. Now I want to do plumbing because I liked working with my hands, getting dirty. But I didn't do the pre-apprenticeship course. I sent out resumes. I sent out, walk into a plumbing company, get out there.
Listen,
Yeah.
if I would need somebody to come as an apprentice, the first thing I would give him is a screwdriver or a drill, and I would see how they handle it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If they were to teach you how to use tools and stuff like that, so that when you come on site, you actually know how to do the basic stuff, I would understand. If they need to teach you to figure out for yourself whether you even want to get into it or not, just a waste of time.
Would you guys say that some people are not suited for trades, period?
Yes, because I think they did look at the dollar figure. I think that this makes a lot of money, so I'm gonna do it, but they don't know what it takes, right? Like the early mornings, like especially for plumbers, we're covered in shit. We gotta it's a messy job.
Yeah.
Right? Are you looking at it at the nice, cute little work that people do, or you're looking at the drain calls? Are you the leaks, the small confined spaces? Like, don't look at the dollar figure because,
for sure.
right? And then once people get into that and realize, oh shit, maybe this is not for me.
Yeah, fair enough. To be fair, I wanted to make kind of like the same argument about about school in terms of, I know people like in med school and people who became scientists. A lot of them, it's not for the money. Like that's not why they do it. They wanted to be a scientist. They wanted to be a doctor. Like
Right.
it's just that's a different thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, for me, it wasn't about, again, a different time, but for me, it wasn't about the money. It just, I enjoyed working with my hands, and just getting my job done, and getting whatever it was. I just wanted to get into a trade because I was passionate about it.
Yep.
And then when someone gave me that opportunity, I ran with it.
If you went to the military, which division would you?
Either it's like the special ops or a sniper.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That would have been me. Except just, I don't know, not fearful. So if something happened, then something happens. But, it's just, again, protecting the country, protecting the family, right? That's what people go in. They're passionate, right?
Were you born in Canada or?
Yeah, I was born in Canada.
I see.
Yeah. So, but no, you know what? But going just back to your question in regards to the pre-apprenticeship and people getting into the trade, they should get into the trade, but for the right reasons.
Yeah.
By the way, tell me a little bit about those right reasons. And you and I clearly understand, but for those who don't understand, what are right reasons? Why would you want to become a trade?
Yes, the money's great. We all know, everybody knows the money's great. Like, you get paid well. But it's also an art. You have to listen. Plumbing will always exist. That if you know about plumbing and the trades, that that water is an essential service. People can't live without water.
Like the most essential.
Yeah, you shower, you brush your teeth, use a toilet. It just goes on and on and on. But get into the trade because you want to help people and you want to craft your art, which is plumbing, right? Don't get into plumbing just because you can charge $600 for a drain call, or put in a faucet for $300. Because if you're just looking at the dollar signs, then it's not the trade for you.
So if you weren't a plumber, what would you do?
I'd be in the military.
No, I mean, if you weren't a plumber in the trades, what? Let me rephrase that. if you were not doing plumbing, what other trade would you?
Well,
go for?
carpentry, you said?
I don't know,
ideas?
man. No, not. I don't know about carpentry. You know what? Probably HVAC.
And why is that? You guys like pipes, eh?
Oh yeah, I love pipes.
Everything is
just-
about pipes.
It's changed so much. Like the whole systems. It's not like, you have so many different techniques for heat and air now, right? I would do HVAC.
It's I guess it's like the most similar thing actually to plumbing in terms of like
It's pretty.
it's just
very
there's
similar.
water traveling, there's air traveling,
Yeah.
but it's the same kind of
Volumes
concept.
and everything.
Yeah,
it's just a
and-
different.
Yeah, everything, right? And again, it's also an essential service. I
Yeah.
mean, heat in the
Well,
winter.
listen, if you want to make more money, you got to be an essential service.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But again, it's just, you just got to get into the trade for the right reasons. If it's just dollar signs, forget it, man. Just
Yeah, realistic. If you enjoy working with your hands, that's probably the first sign that, well, maybe that's something to explore. Because the reason I asked if some people don't belong in trades, I've met people who they cannot hold a screwdriver. Like, how are they going to be in the trade? They cannot. It just doesn't compute.
But that's
for them,
exactly what I said. If
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
schools taught them how to do that, to prepare you to become an apprentice this way, I would agree. That would make sense. That's actually great. Because how many apprentices do you have? By the way, what's the percentage approximately of apprentices that you get on site that after an hour doing work for you, you're like, they're going to be out in a week?
So like I did subdivision for 8 years.
Yes.
So I did most of my apprenticeship and learning in a subdivision environment. And I would say from that, yes, it's that those places are a revolving door
I see. Yeah, makes sense.
because you can see it, right? And the bosses, our annual meetings or every 3 months, they'd have a meeting with all of us, and they say it after the third or fourth try, especially for you apprentices, of just making the same mistake. This trade isn't for you,
Oh, I see.
and you see it. It's just can't hold a screwdriver.
Yeah.
You're making the same mistakes over and over again. It's just like it's not for you.
Yeah, it just it is what it is.
And
Like,
it's just, and it goes back to why do doctors become doctors? Is it for the money?
No.
that's not my experience with doctors. Like with the
No.
doctors, I know.
It's because they want to help people.
Ideology. It's ideology. 100% ideology.
You know what I mean? Like they know when you're going into that they're going to be making money later on in life, but the thought and the passion of saving someone's life or giving advice and trying to care for that individual, that's why you do it,
Yeah, for sure.
right? The same with veterinarians. They want to say they love animals,
Yeah.
right? That's why they do it. I love pipes, man. What are you gonna say?
You know what? It's funny. I was
Yeah.
trying to. You were going with your answer, so I didn't cut you off in the middle, but because I tend to do it a lot.
It's okay.
But it's funny because you would see all those again renovation programs. I would walk through the first year, and they're building sheds. And I would walk through those sheds in the shop, and I would walk through those sheds, and I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? You're going to build somebody's house one day. You know what I mean? They don't know what they're doing. They don't know about top plates, bottom plates, nothing. They just, and they can't even hold their drill right. And they can't, it's funny how one of them is holding the drill, the other one is pushing. And I'm like, oh my God, there's so much liability. 3/4 of them are not going to be in trades. So
Yeah, because again, it's this idea where it's easy money or really good money, right? It's in their heads because they see it online, or maybe they visit our page or other people's pages and they see the workmanship. That took years of experience. I learned a lot about plumbing when I did subdivision because I was thrown in the fire, like go. But I had to move myself because if I didn't, I'd be left behind. And if I was left behind, especially as a fourth year, you were gone.
Yeah, true.
So, what does a person need in order to become a professional plumber? A kid that wants to join as an apprentice, what do they need to eventually become a professional plumber?
So obviously, a company has to register you as an apprentice. Through
And a company, what do you mean by a company? Like
Like-
any company, or like do you need to be a registered company?
yeah, so like I'm a registered like plumber, right? Like we're registered. So Luca, my apprentice, we registered him through the company, right? Now I believe it's 1-to-1. So if you have one plumber, you can only have one apprentice,
Oh, I see. Okay.
right? Unless they change that. But from last time I was told it was 1-to-1. A couple years ago it was 2-to-1. You have to do your hours, which I think is 9,000 hours. So 5 years.
I have to do quick math in my head. How many? How long?
So
is it?
5 years,
5 years.
9,000 hours.
Wow, that used to be less, right?
I don't think so.
No, it was always 5 years.
Yeah. I think it was 1,800.
So 5 years as
18
an apprentice.
Yeah, 1,800. I think it's 1,800 hours a year.
Okay.
1,800 hours a year.
And then you can apply for your kind of
License.
Yeah, after you've done your hours and you've completed your 3 terms of schooling, right? So the apprentice every year and a half goes to either George Brown or Humber, and they do their basic, intermediate, advanced. So they'll start off with their basic. If they complete that, the next year or year and a half later, they'll go to intermediate and then advanced.
And what's the
I see.
difference between those three?
It's just, obviously basic is just, your basic
Just
plumbing.
becoming a plumber.
Yeah, like you need that schooling. Just so they'll teach you like codes. They'll teach you how to draw, like read drawings, do drawings, stuff like that. And it's also hands-on work as well. So there's a shop there where once a week you go to your shop and then you build things,
That's cool.
so forth. And then obviously as the intermediate and advanced, obviously it gets harder and more technical. And they'll teach you not just plumbing, but let's say like in-floor heating, some gas.
Oh, okay.
So it gets more technical because there are some questions on the exam to find like your plumbing license or a red seal, that there are some heating and gas questions.
How to calculate stuff, basically.
Yeah, calculations, certain terms and like terminology. So yeah, not a lot. There's maybe about 10 questions, but still,
So pretty much you're saying after those 5 years, you still need to go to school to study for the exam.
Yeah. So advanced, that's your last schooling, and then usually all those terms are 8 weeks long.
Oh, it's not bad.
Wow. No, but hold on. So you're taking off. So you finished your apprenticeship
No.
hours.
Yeah. So, Oh, so within those 5 years, you go to school 3 times. So let's say every year and a half of your apprenticeship.
Oh, okay.
8 weeks each time.
Yeah,
You go
8 weeks.
off-site.
You go to George Brown or Humber. Mind you get paid to be in school. The government
By the
pays
company?
you.
Oh, the government.
The government pays you to be in school.
It's amazing.
So I think it's like 70% or 60%
Wow.
of your wage,
Which is amazing.
right? So your last term is now 9 weeks because that last week they teach you about the exam. So for your Red Seal exam. So they prepare you for that. You might have some similar questions or the style of questions, and then you go through it with your teacher every day. So he prepares you for that.
Okay.
Amazing.
And once you're licensed, the license forever, do you have to like redo?
Yeah, you have to renew it every year. So again, it's
Is
all
it test?
no, it's just a cash grab.
Oh, I see.
So what do you mean? Like you actually do something for it? Like an exam?
No,
You pay.
Yeah, just
Oh, so
$67.
you pay for the license.
Yeah,
Well,
even the master, like our master license it's all money.
Yeah,
it's
true.
nothing. Everybody, like pharmacists would pay like
I think
thousands of dollars
realtors
every year
also
for
do
that.
I think
it.
I think
almost
my
$3,000 for a license.
Yeah, see now I know for like electrical that's totally different. Like you have to go to schooling for that to be a master electrician, and like that's a separate exam.
Yeah.
That
HVAC as well.
That was for plumbing before. Now you just go to the government,
Because they realize that
master plumber, and then you have to submit your license. You have to submit criminal record and a photo.
Oh, I see.
And then I think it's like $500 or $520
Yeah.
to get a master plumber's license.
Okay.
Amazing. Well, listen, Michael, I don't have any questions anymore.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I think we heard everything we could have. We know the most important that you and Dennis are family.
Yeah, we are. You guys heard that story?
That's what we figured. The main part of this whole podcast. But
Yes.
listen, man, it was great having you here. Before we're actually done, shout out to 3 companies, trades, people that we should call to our podcast to talk to them. Who do you think would be not interested, but I mean interesting to talk to? Just like you, by the way. That was an amazing conversation.
Thank you. 3 companies. You've already hit Dennis. You've already hit Antonio.
I thought you got a larger circle than that.
Yeah, I do. Did you do level up taping?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Those are good guys too.
Tight group.
Yeah, we're. I might go off the board here. Who's just like us?
Friends that on
Does it
site
have to
that
be trades?
No, engineers, real estates, somebody that has to do with construction that we would be interested to talk
Rocket scientists.
to. Rocket scientists. How they build those. Well, it's kind
trade.
Hey, it's construction. Building stuff.
Did you guys do? Is he reliable? Reliable plumbing?
No.
He came to the networking event too.
Okay.
It might be a good one.
I think after plumbing would be interesting.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so in that case, sorry.
You set the bar high, you know. So, yeah.
Come on. No,
We will
no.
definitely, I'm joking, we'll definitely contact them and see. If,
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Man, I'm put on the spot here. The trades. I would give you another company but it's not trade related. It's not through the trades, so I couldn't do that.
suppliers, maybe? People.
No, I was
people
just
be
there's a Portuguese grocery store in Hamilton. But they're great people.
grocery store.
Yeah, no, they were great people though.
But you can give them a shout out. So maybe.
Yeah,
Portuguese people would-
Alj meets in Hamilton. Shout out to you guys, man. Great people, like-minded. I hope they do well in life. And
One store, or like they have like a
just the
little-
one.
Yeah.
Just it's a family chain.
Cool.
So
Family
they're
chain or a store?
family store. Sorry, yeah. So it's they've been there for quite some time. Again,
I love the little grocery.
they're great
stores.
people. They're so inviting.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's again it's genuine.
Yeah, exactly.
They want you to do well in life.
Yeah.
They want you to come. You know, it's just stuff like that, right?
They want you to do well in life so that you can come and buy more cabbage.
Oh, listen, man, I'm all good for Portuguese food, man.
What are they called? The Portuguese little
The custard
like butter
tart?
tarts. The custard, yeah.
Natas.
Oh, so
natas.
good.
Yeah, they are good. Dangerous.
All right, I'll tell you what. We'll ask you to give us 3 names over email. Or
Fine.
Over.
Yeah, somebody
Fine,
comes
yeah,
to
because
mind,
I'm on the
just
spot
shoot us-
right now,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then my
yeah.
brain
Shoot us
is.
a DM if you.
Yeah, I will. I'm just thinking of trades that you haven't already poached.
Well, we gotta call the gentleman who restores.
Yeah. I was saying, who was I saying? Antonio, I think. So there
yeah,
was
he
on
res-
your event. There was this guy, an older, I would say wiser,
Okay,
wiser architect who does
historic homes.
who
Oh,
deals with heritage buildings.
yes. Oh, I forgot his name.
I was told that he's amazing to talk to.
Yeah.
I said that I was a little bit intimidated by him. He doesn't look very approachable. But I think we should definitely.
Well, we
approach
gotta
him
test this. We gotta test.
Yeah, I
this.
forgot his name. Dave? Is it Dave? No, I know you're talking about. He dresses like he's in the 70s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was very interesting.
Yeah, he's
And even on the event, Dennis is like, you got to talk to this
Yeah,
guy,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he was pretty much all the time around people. So
Yeah, and you
didn't have
said I
to-
gotta avoid this guy.
You know
I
what?
never said that, but thank you
So
for
he
that.
actually gave us some of the what's it called? You know, the gift bags we were giving away. He actually provided a lot of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the items inside the gift bags.
Nice.
He actually provided a lot of those items, and I had to meet him, and he was just so genuine, and like he's like, I want to help. Like, here, like, please, like, take all
Yeah, it
this.
sounds like a very cool guy. just
Yeah,
for
but we
some
only
reason.
heard good things about him, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just sometimes
So that-
don't
that's
judge a
one
book
name
by
that-
its cover,
That's
baby.
one person that we should. That's somebody we should call in.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch that podcast for sure. That's just so interesting. Like he's a very interesting person, but not
All
in a
right,
negative
Michael.
way.
Well, thank you very much for being with us.
No, thank you for having me. I mean, this has been great. Yeah, thank you so much.
And hopefully we'll see you again on our podcast.
Absolutely. Whenever you want to do this again, I'm in
Gotcha.
100%.
So, guys, thank you again for being with us. You've seen Michael here. We had so much fun. Hope you're gonna like that podcast. If you do, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. And until then, back to work.